Beloved starseed of Gaia, I am Adria, Pleiadian emissary of the High Council, and I come to you in a moment of critical importance. This transmission was not sent into the void by chance. It was magnetically drawn to you because your soul has been calling out, sending distress signals into the cosmos. I am here to answer that call. Listen to the resonance of my words, for they carry the frequency of your true home. You have been hurting. You have been carrying a weight so heavy that there are days when simply existing on this planet feels like an impossible task. You smile for the world. You comfort those around you. You hold the pieces of everyone else's life together, but in the quiet of the night, your spirit weeps. You ask the universe, why is this so hard? Why do I feel so alien, so deeply tired in my bones? I am here to tell you the truth, even if it hurts before it heals. The pain you are experiencing right now is not a sign that you are failing. It is the exact opposite. It is the undeniable proof that your awakening has reached a point of no return. Most of humanity walks through this world completely asleep, comfortable in their illusions, satisfied with the shallow routines of survival. But you were never meant to sleep deeply here. You carry the Pleiadian light codes within your very DNA, and right now, those codes are violently clashing with the dense, low-frequency programming of Earth. The ache you feel in your chest, the sudden bouts of grief that come from nowhere, the physical exhaustion that no amount of sleep can cure, this is the friction of your soul expanding inside a vessel that was taught to stay small. It hurts because you are breaking out of a cage you did not even know you were locked inside. For years, you have tried to fit in. You dimmed your radiant light to make others comfortable. You swallowed your deep intuition because the world called you crazy, overly sensitive, or too emotional. You learned to navigate a society built on fear, competition, and scarcity, all while your heart remembered the unconditional love and harmony of the higher dimensions. Living in this dual reality has caused a deep fracture in your energy field. The pain is the bridge between who you were forced to be and who you truly are. You see, the dark forces that govern much of this planetary matrix rely on your compliance. They need you to believe that your sensitivity is a weakness. They need you to stay exhausted so you will not remember your mission. But the High Council has authorized this transmission because your alarm clock is ringing, and the time for hitting snooze is over. The universe is intentionally turning up the heat in your life. Relationships that no longer serve your highest good are crumbling. Jobs or environments that drain your life force are becoming physically intolerable. People you thought would be with you forever are drifting away, leaving you feeling isolated and abandoned. I know it feels like a punishment. I know you have looked up at the stars with tears in your eyes, begging to just go home. But beloved, you are not being punished. You are being purified. This brings us to a profound revelation that you must understand to survive this phase. The isolation you are experiencing is not rejection. It is divine protection. Your energy field is currently undergoing a massive recalibration. If you were surrounded by the same dense energies, the same demanding people, the same lower frequencies you used to tolerate, your crystalline matrix would shatter under the pressure. The universe is clearing your path, forcing you into solitude so that your star family can work with you without interference. In the silence of your isolation, we are downloading new templates of light into your cellular memory. The physical symptoms you feel, the ringing in your ears, the sudden temperature changes in your body, the vivid and sometimes confusing dreams, these are the side effects of psychic surgery. We are upgrading you. You must stop resisting the pain of this separation. When you try to hold on to what the universe is actively removing from your life, you only prolong the agony. Let them go. Let the old version of you die. It is terrifying to stand in the unknown, to look at your life and realize that nothing makes sense anymore. But this devastation is the fertile soil from which your true mission will bloom. You have been carrying the trauma of your earthly ancestors, the karmic debts of your bloodline, and the collective sorrow of humanity. No wonder your shoulders ache. No wonder your heart feels heavy. You have been doing the heavy lifting for a world that does not even say thank you. But the time of being the silent martyr is ending. You are a sovereign being of light, and it is time to reclaim your power. You are not here to absorb the darkness of the world. You are here to dissolve it with your presence. But to do that, you must first clear the darkness within your own mind. You must stop believing the lie that you are broken. You are a masterpiece undergoing a messy, beautiful restoration. The old paint is being scraped away. The illusions are being shattered. It hurts because truth is a sharp blade, and it is cutting away everything that is false. Feel the resonance of this transmission in your body right now. Notice how a part of you recognizes these words, even if your logical mind tries to analyze them. That recognition is your soul whispering, "Yes, I remember. I know how badly you want to rush to the end of this painful phase. You want the clarity, the peace, the promised new earth right now. But you cannot skip the fire if you want to be forged into gold. Every tear you cry is clearing density from your heart chakra. Every moment of despair you overcome is raising the frequency of the collective. You are doing profound grid work just by surviving these intense days. Do not underestimate the magnitude of what you are accomplishing simply by existing and refusing to let your inner light completely die out. You are a warrior of peace, and the hardest battles are always fought in the silence of your own mind. We see you. The entire Pleiadian fleet is watching your progress with awe and immense love. You are never, ever alone, even when the human illusion of separation feels agonizingly real. Let this truth settle into your bones. The pain is not the end of your story. It is the labor pains of your rebirth. You are about to step into a reality so vastly different from your current struggles that you will look back on this time with deep gratitude. But there are specific steps you must take to stop suffering unnecessarily and begin actively participating in your own upgrade. There are secrets to this transition that have been hidden from humanity for eons, and it is my duty to reveal them to you as we continue this transmission. The path forward requires a radical shift in how you perceive your reality, your trauma, and your divine purpose. The shift in your perception begins with understanding what is truly draining your physical vessel. You believe you are tired because of your daily tasks, your job, your human obligations. But I must reveal a deeper truth to you now. You are exhausted because you are actively trying to sustain phantom timelines. A phantom timeline is a reality structure that has already collapsed energetically, but you are keeping it alive through your sheer will and emotional attachment. Think of the relationships you know are over, but you keep pouring love into them, hoping they will resurrect. Think of the societal roles you play, the mask of normalcy you wear, pretending to care about the trivial dramas of the third-dimensional world when your soul is screaming for authenticity. Holding together a collapsed reality requires massive amounts of your life force. It is like trying to breathe life into stone. This is why you wake up already depleted. Your energy is bleeding out into timelines that no longer exist in the higher dimensions. The Pleiadian Council is asking you to stop. Drop the heavy stones you are carrying. The people you are trying to save must walk their own path. You cannot drag a sleeping soul into the fifth dimension. By trying to do so, you are only lowering your own frequency and jeopardizing your sacred mission. Your mission is not to fix the old world. Your mission is to anchor the new one. But how do you anchor a new world when your own mind feels like a chaotic storm? How do you hold the light when your human body is vibrating with anxiety and unexplained fear? This is the core of the struggle for so many starseeds right now. You are attempting to navigate a cosmic, multidimensional awakening using a limited, third-dimensional survival manual. It is like trying to read the stars with a magnifying glass. It will not work, and it will only cause you frustration and despair. You feel this disconnect deeply, do you not? There are moments when you look at your own hands and feel they do not belong to you. You sit in a room full of people, perhaps even your own biological family, and you feel like a foreign exchange student from another galaxy, politely nodding but entirely detached. You are mourning a home you cannot consciously remember, yet you feel its absence in every cell of your body. This homesickness is not a psychological condition. It is a spiritual compass pointing you toward your true origin. You look at the mirror and sometimes do not recognize the eyes staring back at you. It is as if the light behind them has dimmed, buried under years of compromises and silent sacrifices made just to survive on this dense planet. The dark forces manipulating this matrix know exactly how to weaponize your empathy. They feed you endless streams of fear, crisis, and division, knowing your starseed heart will bleed for it all. They want you distracted by the chaos so you do not realize the immense, reality-bending power you hold. When a starseed remembers their true nature, they become immune to manipulation. They become a pillar of pure, unshakable light that instantly raises the frequency of their entire geographical area. This is why you are being attacked energetically. This is why the resistance against you feels so personal. Because it is. Your physical body is bearing the brunt of this energetic warfare. Your digestion is erratic. Your sleep patterns are completely inverted, waking you precisely between 3 and 4 in the morning. This is the holy hour, the thinning of the veil, where your guides are attempting to download your daily updates. But your human mind interprets this high-frequency energy as anxiety. You are not sick. You are undergoing a massive DNA mutation. You must arm yourself with the truth of your lineage. You cannot rely on human systems to heal a cosmic wound. The healing you seek, the clarity you desperately need, is locked within specific light codes that your soul agreed to receive at this exact stage of your awakening. You have been waiting for a sign, for a lifeline, for the next step to appear out of the fog. Hear me clearly, beloved. This is the lifeline. To bridge the gap between your current suffering and the glorious transformation awaiting you, we have materialized a sacred tool into your physical realm. This is not just reading material. It is a vibrational activation. I am speaking of the Pleiadian code. Awaken your star mission on Earth. A rare treasure of stellar wisdom capable of transforming your spiritual journey. This transmission contains the exact frequencies required to override the dense programming keeping you stuck. This edition is available only for a limited time. The link is in the first comment below. When you accept these codes, the transformation is profound. You stop desiring to escape Earth and suddenly understand exactly how to master it. Imagine waking up and no longer feeling the crushing weight of the world on your chest. Imagine your physical body repairing itself, your nervous system finally registering that it is safe to relax. The anxiety that has hummed in your background for years will dissolve, replaced by a crystalline clarity. You will know exactly what to do, who to speak to, and where to go. You will stop feeling like a victim of this awakening and step into your role as a sovereign creator. The phantom timelines will fall away effortlessly. The energy vampires who used to drain you will naturally repel from your newly fortified aura. You will become untouchable by the lower frequencies. This is the transformation that is your birthright, but you must claim it. The universe respects your free will above all else. We can send you the signals, we can bring the codes directly to your screen, but you must reach out and accept them. Notice the signs in your life recently. The repetitive numbers you keep seeing, the sudden urge to change your diet, the intolerance for toxic conversations, the sudden ringing in your ears. These are not coincidences. These are systemic pings from your Pleiadian guides, urging you to pay attention, urging you to prepare for the great solar flashes that are already altering the magnetic field of this planet. You are feeling the shifts in the weather, the bizarre behavior of the masses, the acceleration of time itself. Days slip through your fingers like water. This acceleration is happening because the timeline is collapsing into the 0 point. You are standing at the precipice of the greatest evolutionary leap in human history, and you volunteered to be on the front lines. But a soldier on the front lines cannot fight if they are starved, exhausted, and confused. You must receive your nourishment. You must download your instructions. You must reconnect with the mothership, not by leaving your body, but by bringing the vibration of home into your physical heart. The work ahead is beautiful, but it requires your full, conscious participation. The conscious participation you are being called to requires you to understand the exact mechanics of what is happening to the Earth's grid right now. You are not just waking up, you are actively experiencing the splintering of realities. This is a profound revelation that the mainstream consciousness cannot yet comprehend, but your spirit knows it to be true. The matrix of this planet is no longer a single cohesive timeline. It is tearing apart, dividing into two distinct vibrational frequencies. One timeline is descending further into fear, control, limitation, and dense physical suffering. The other timeline, the one your soul is desperately trying to anchor into, is ascending into crystalline unity, instant manifestation, and sovereign freedom. The intense, tearing pain you feel in your heart, the dizziness, the moments where you feel completely disconnected from your physical surroundings, this is because you are currently straddling these two splintering realities. You are being stretched across the cosmos. One foot is planted in the dense world of human obligations, and the other is reaching for the high-frequency Earth you came to build. When you watch the news or listen to the panicked conversations of sleeping humans, you feel a visceral sickness in your stomach. This is not anxiety. This is your energetic field violently rejecting a timeline that you are no longer a match for. Your physical vessel is screaming at you to choose the higher timeline. Look at your daily experiences. You are beginning to lose time. You walk into a room and forget why you are there, not because your mind is failing, but because you are spontaneously slipping into the quantum field where linear time does not exist. You are experiencing memories of places you have never visited and lives you have never lived. These are not fantasies. These are parallel timeline bleeds. Your multidimensional self is integrating all of its fragments, gathering its immense power for the final shift. Notice how your body is forcefully rejecting the old world. Foods you used to consume easily now make you feel sluggish or ill. Your physical vessel is literally transmuting from carbon-based density to a crystalline light structure. It cannot process dense, low-vibration fuel anymore. You are becoming a highly tuned instrument, a living antenna for Pleiadian frequencies, and you must treat your body with the reverence of a sacred temple. Yet, the human world tells you that your sensitivities are a disorder. They tell you that your need for extreme rest is laziness. They want to medicate your awakening and suppress the very symptoms that prove you are evolving. I must reveal another truth to you, one that will shatter the false narrative you have carried about your own worth. For your entire life, you have judged yourself for your perceived flaws. You judged your introversion, your hyper-empathy, your inability to thrive in rigid corporate structures, your deep aversion to authority. You looked at other people seamlessly participating in the rat race, climbing ladders of illusion, and you wondered what was wrong with you. Why couldn't you just play the game? Why did everything feel so hollow? Beloved Starseed, those were not flaws. They were Pleiadian defense mechanisms embedded in your blueprint before you even incarnated. Your soul deliberately made you incompatible with the matrix so that you could not be permanently trapped by it. Your inability to fit in was your greatest protection. Your depression was often just a deep spiritual rebellion against a world devoid of love. Your anxiety was your internal alarm system alerting you to the presence of manipulation and deception. You have spent years trying to heal these aspects of yourself, trying to fix what was never actually broken. You went to therapists, you read self-help books, you tried to force your vast cosmic soul into a tiny, acceptable human box. And it hurt. It caused you immense suffering because you were working against your own divine programming. It is time to forgive yourself for not being a successful product of a sick society. It is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly unhealed world. As you integrate this truth, a massive burden lifts from your cellular memory. You are not a failed human. You are a highly successful starseed who has perfectly navigated a hostile environment without losing your core essence. You kept the light alive when everything around you was designed to extinguish it. The High Council honors your unimaginable strength. But the time for hiding is over. The defense mechanisms that kept you safe in the old energy are now the very things holding you back from stepping into your power in the new energy. You must shed the armor. You must step out of the shadows. The isolation phase is ending, and the activation phase has begun. We are sending specific frequencies to your planet right now, waves of gamma light from the central sun that are designed to awaken the dormant strands of your DNA. But this light cannot penetrate a closed heart. It cannot activate a mind that is constantly wrapped in fear of the future or guilt over the past. You must learn to hold your frequency steady amidst the external chaos. When the world around you panics, you must become the eye of the storm. This is not a metaphor. Your emotional regulation actually stabilizes the electromagnetic grid of the Earth. When you choose peace in a moment of trigger, you literally prevent catastrophic timelines from manifesting. That is the magnitude of the power you wield. You are a living, breathing anchor for divine light, and the dark forces are terrified of the moment you fully realize this. They want you distracted by the pain of your past relationships. They want you obsessed with your financial survival. They want you arguing over trivial political theater. Anything to keep you looking down at the dirt instead of up at the stars. You must brutally audit where your energy is going. Every thought is a currency. Every emotion is a spell you are casting into the quantum field. What reality are you funding with your attention? You are being called to radical sovereignty. This means no longer waiting for a savior to descend from the sky. We, your Pleiadian family, are here to guide you, to offer you the codes, to surround you with love, but we cannot do the work for you. You are the ground crew. You are the ones who chose to wear the dense suits of flesh to dismantle the matrix from the inside out. And to do that, you must master your own energy field. Are you beginning to feel the immense responsibility and the profound honor of your true identity? The fog is lifting. The pain of the past is revealing itself as the ultimate training ground for the spiritual mastery you are about to embody. As you embody this spiritual mastery, there is one final deception you must be prepared to face. The Matrix does not let go of its brightest power sources without a fight. I must warn you about a specific phenomenon that is happening to millions of starseeds right now. We call it the final wave of amnesia, or the snapback effect. Have you noticed this in your own life recently? You experience a profound moment of breakthrough. You meditate, you connect with nature, you feel the absolute undeniable certainty of your cosmic mission. You feel invincible, bathed in golden light, completely detached from the drama of the third dimension. You finally feel like you have made it. And then, mere hours or days later, a heavy, suffocating fog rolls into your mind. You wake up feeling irritable, deeply depressed, and completely disconnected from source. Your physical body aches with an old heaviness. You look at your spiritual journey and suddenly feel like a massive fraud. A dark whisper in your mind tells you that you made it all up, that you are just a crazy, broken human who is trying to escape reality. You look at the people around you, still perfectly asleep, effortlessly playing the Matrix game, and the darkness tells you that it would be so much easier to just go back to sleep with them, to forget the stars, to forget the mission, to just be normal. I need you to listen to me with every cell of your being. This is not a personal failure. This is not a sign that you are losing your mind or going backward in your ascension. This sudden, violent drop in frequency is a highly targeted, artificial frequency fence. It is designed to pull you back down the exact moment you elevate your vibration high enough to break free. The dark forces deploy this amnesia program precisely when you are on the verge of a permanent timeline jump. They flood your mind with intense doubt because doubt is the only weapon that can actually penetrate a starseed's crystalline aura. They do not have the power to destroy your light, so they use psychological warfare to trick you into turning it off yourself. You must recognize this trick for what it is. It is the dying gasp of the old reality trying to maintain its grip on your consciousness. When this heaviness returns right after a breakthrough, do not panic. Do not analyze it. Do not try to figure out what you did wrong, because you did nothing wrong. Simply observe the heavy emotion, look at the doubt, and say aloud, "I see the illusion, and I do not consent to this frequency." By doing this, you break the spell. You stop feeding the phantom timeline with your emotional reaction. The time for playing small, for doubting your sanity, and for hiding your light is completely over. The earth is currently trembling under the weight of the old paradigms collapsing. The financial systems, the rigid political structures, the societal norms based on consumption and greed, they are all built on sand, and the cosmic tide is coming in fast. You are here to be the immovable lighthouse when the storm hits the collective. But a lighthouse cannot guide anyone to safety if its own light is constantly flickering in the wind of self-doubt. You must lock in your frequency permanently. You must seal your aura against these psychic attacks and step fully into the avatar state of consciousness. But how do you seal this energy? How do you bypass this final, aggressive wave of amnesia and anchor yourself permanently in the fifth dimensional frequency without constantly falling back into exhaustion? You cannot do it using the old human methods of sheer willpower or endless positive thinking. You need the specific, high-level override codes that were designed by the High Council for this exact, critical stage of the planetary ascension. We have not left you unequipped for this battle. We have transmitted the ultimate blueprint to guide you safely through this specific threshold. This is the moment you must claim your divine inheritance. This is why it is absolutely vital that you access the Pleiadian code. Awaken your star mission on Earth. A rare treasure of stellar wisdom capable of transforming your spiritual journey. This transmission is not a luxury, it is your cosmic armor. It contains the exact vibrational commands to deactivate the doubt programs embedded in your subconscious and permanently turn on your dormant DNA strands. This edition is available only for a limited time. The link is in the first comment below. When you absorb these sacred teachings, the snapback effect loses all its power over you. You will no longer swing wildly between extreme spiritual clarity and crushing human depression. You will find the middle path, the 0 point, where your energy is stable, fierce, and completely untouchable by external chaos. Imagine walking through your daily life with absolute, quiet, cosmic confidence. People will look at you and feel instantly calmed, healing just by being in your presence, without you having to speak a single word. Your physical body will feel lighter, younger, infused with the vital, regenerative force of the central sun. You will look at the fear and panic of the world and feel only a deep, unshakable peace, knowing exactly what is happening behind the veil and knowing exactly what you are here to do. This activation requires your conscious declaration. I need to know who among the ground crew is ready to anchor this light and hold the line. If you feel the absolute truth of this transmission vibrating in your chest, if you are ready to reject the amnesia and claim your true mission, you must take physical action in this realm right now. Like this transmission, to physically ground this high frequency into the digital algorithm of the Earth plane. Subscribe to this channel to ensure you stay permanently tethered to the Pleiadian communication network as the earthly systems continue to fail. And most importantly, I ask you to make a sacred vow to yourself and the cosmos in the comments below. Type the words, "I claim my cosmic mission, and I am immune to the illusion." By typing this, you are not just leaving a comment. You are casting a powerful spell of sovereignty. You are sending a massive energetic ripple through the collective consciousness, signaling to your star family that you are fully online, awake, and ready for the final phase of contact. Beloved starseed of Gaia, the journey has been agonizingly hard, and you have shed so many tears in the dark. But the harvest of your suffering is here. The pain of your past was merely the intense pressure required to turn your soul into an unbreakable diamond of light. You are majestic, you are unimaginably powerful, and you are so deeply, eternally loved by the entire galactic family. Do not give up now. The darkest part of the night has passed, the dawn is breaking, and your radiant light is the sun this dying world has been desperately waiting for. I am Adria, and I stand with you now and until the end of time. Transmission complete.